somebody asked a question about Andrew in the chat, and I think it's a good one. What happens in Florida if we invade Cuba? And the interesting presumption that is now making its way through the Cuban community. First off, they took away. Hello, young lady. They took away all of the TPS status for Cuban refugees in South Florida.
Yeah.
Okay? Stephen Miller commanded it. It was done. There is a presumption in the Cuban community now that they will be deported en masse back to Cuba.
Yeah. Jesus.
For those who were here on TPS or on any other status, right? That will train wreck the Republican Party for a generation in the great state of Florida. It will be seen as a profound political betrayal.
Yeah.
In the great state of
Florida.
I
mean, the Miami metro area is a very strong demographic block and has been politically the greater part of Republican power in Florida for the last 20 years.
100%.
Without that, and by getting those voters on sides, Republicans took control of the state. That is how it happened. So if you risk that, you risk Florida as a red state. I don't think it would go. I don't think Florida would all of a sudden be a blue state. I think it would return to a purple state.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
look, in 1988, when I worked for the Bush campaign in Florida, we were a very purple state that had trended a little bit more red, but not much. And Miami, our voting assumption was that Miami Cubans were going to drive 8 to 9% of the total net vote for Republicans in Florida, and that was a pocket of strength. They have not drifted far. They did a little bit with Obama, but they have not drifted far off of that axis over the years. And if you deport them, you're going to end up, I think, blowing that up. I also think there's a scenario where we invade Cuba and the economy completely collapses, and everything that floats, including couch cushions, is going to be coming up from making the 90-mile crossing. And if 1 million people come out of a country with, say, Cuba's got about 11 million people. So 1 million people cross into the U.S. There's no number of DHS agents in the universe who can stop all of them.
No, that would be chaotic.
Madness
to the end. You still don't see really anybody trying to control Trump's impulses on this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just don't know if the media has done a great job of really talking enough about it. But specifically for Floridians and people who've been here for a long time, we know what the implications of conflict with Cuba are. Because they've come on the shores in rafts and boats, and that is not a scene I think people are ready to see again. I mean, after everything that happened in
Mariel,
and of course in Europe,
somebody just asked, and someone asked me to slow down, folks. I know I talk fast. I talk fast. I get it. I apologize.